Since the Abortion Act of 1967 was brought into Britain by law, over 10 million children have been murdered or killed and murdered in the mother's womb. It's not only now legalised in Northern Ireland, but it's carried out on a regular basis, and law has been put into place, being legislated for, that we can't protest in certain areas against it. There's a satanic agenda across our nation that never was as rife as it is today. And I'm crying for the people of God to waken up. And I'm crying for you this morning to get out into these prayer meetings and start praying for our children. Because if we don't, we're going to be in great trouble. There's a satanic agenda against our children. And Jesus says that abortionists, those who legislate for it and support it and agree or perform it, they're of their father the devil. Because he says they're a murderer. He was a murderer from the beginning, and those that follow him abide not in truth. And so on Wednesday night here at 8 p.m, we're having an extended time of prayer, and we're praying for all pro-life candidates the following day, Thursday, who are putting themselves forward in this assembly election. And I'm asking you, I have been speaking to some of them, and what's happening to them is unbelievable. They're being attacked in every area, and I'm talking about Catholic people. They're being attacked in every area, and their posters have been pulled down. And I'm calling on you to come that we might pray against these abortionists, and that God will overrule and God will move, and that He'll smash it. Proverbs 31, and I preached a number of times on abortion here. Proverbs 31 says, "Open thy mouth for the dumb." Now I want you to come on Wednesday night, and I want you to open your mouth for the dumb. This is serious. This is the murder of children, hacked to death in their mother's womb. And if we don't get concerned about it, we're more concerned about the protocol, more concerned about barriers and borders. We need to get concerned about what's going on. And I'm making a plea from a desperate heart this morning that has been before God over this. Not only open your mouth on Wednesday night and pray here, but with your pen on Thursday, lay aside all political bigotry and beliefs that you have and vote the murderers out. Now, I'm in the line of God saying that. I'm a servant of God. I'm a watchman. And murderers are before us, and there's more murders than the murders of children need to be voted out. We need to make sure that if we don't, the Christian fraternity, if we don't take our stand, and if we don't cry and pray, and we don't believe God, then if you have any concern for your children or your children's children, you get out to this prayer meeting. Get babysitters if you can. You can get them for other reasons. Get out and get in. And even you don't feel like praying, come in behind us here while we cry and call unto God, because God can move, and He will move, and He is able to move. And if we pray and cry and call unto the living God, then He will answer our prayers. So I ask you, and I'm begging you, and I'm crying to you to come, because it's urgent, very urgent, and we need men and women to rise up and pray. You see, if you belong to a church, and you say you're a Christian and you belong to a church, and you don't come to a prayer meeting, there's something terribly, terribly wrong. And you need to find out what is wrong. That you have no desire, no longing to come into the prayer meeting and wait on God. And so I'm calling praying people. And I'm calling every man and woman and child, and come, even you bring your children with you. We're going to call and we're going to cry unto God that He'll turn this whole thing and that He'll move. And we're going to open our mouths for the dumb.